Talktainment Radio, worldwide sound. Talktainmentradio.com. We give you a reason to come. The world's greatest radio. We give you a reason to stay. Radio, the way it should be heard. You got the power.
The views and opinions expressed are those of the host and guest and not necessarily those of TalkTainmentRadio.com, the management, the staff, or K&E World Network, LLC.
Hey, welcome to TalkTainmentRadio.com. You are now listening to Talking Sports with Mr. Bobby, and my sidekick here is Trent. How you doing, Trent?
I'm doing well. How about yourself,
Oh,
Mr. Bobby?
man. We go where you go on the world's greatest radio. That is TalkTainmentRadio.com. Hey, listen up here. If you want to listen to the show, you can. First of all, you can call 1-877-932-9766. You can access the show that way. But if you want to actually see and hear us, all you have to do is go to YouTube, type in the word Talktainment, hit the space bar, and then type in the word radio, and then what will come up is Talktainment number 2. And while you do that, hit the like and hit the share button. We would appreciate that. And by the way, if you want to hear the replay of the entire show, go to facebook.com/Talktainment, and you can hear yourself all over again. Got a good show planned today, Trent.
Yes, indeed.
Got my man coming in, or
right.
rather, he's going to be on the line from Tennessee.
Right.
Chuck B.
Chuck B.
Chuck B. Got it. Yeah, he's going to be in, and we're going to have a good time, with him. But let's kick off this sports program by this, Trent, a article that I picked up for ESPN by Sports Illustrated. According to Sports Illustrated, some of their anchors, in particular John Buccigross, has been hit, and ESPN has been hit with a sexual harassment and discrimination lawsuit against ESPN. That was Sunday, including allegations that its HR department colluded with Buccigross to cover up his misconduct. It was against former anchor and legal analyst Adrian Lawrence, and all that was according to the Connecticut Law Review, but Sports Illustrated picked it up. Trent, what the hell is going on?
It's the moral decay of our society. Chris Berman also was accused of sexual harassment. But you got to look at something, Mr. Bobby.
What's that?
When you look at the programs on ESPN, and this isn't a negative, it's an observation from me, and if you don't like my opinion, okay. So you look at ESPN, and what do you see on ESPN? You see women. You see women in these short dresses, and most of them, I have never seen an ugly woman on ESPN.
Yes.
It just doesn't happen because sex sells. We know that. Sex gets ratings. It's done that since the beginning of Dawn. During the barter system.
Yeah.
So, I'm not saying that it's wrong, and they probably did harass these women because sometimes some brothers, they just can't keep their pants zipped. Plain and simple.
This went down. She filed it Sunday, so I don't know what the legal ramifications, will be on that. I have noticed that I haven't seen Buccigross on the Oh, I'm sorry. I have noticed that I haven't seen Buccigross on the TV lately, but I wasn't aware that the lawsuits were filed against them. But that is really something there that they would do something like that. But a lot of this stuff has been going down.
Absolutely.
In the political arena.
Right.
What's his name? Roy Moore's activity and all that kind of thing. I mean, it's been a bad deal. But
and you got Hollywood coming out with the hashtag #MeToo.
Yeah.
For all the women that have been harassed in Hollywood and put through the gauntlet just to earn a living.
Wow. What you got for me today?
Well, I want to talk a topic that struck me and was interesting. Kevin Love, the Cleveland Cavaliers, Kevin Love, sat down with ESPN and told them he is suffering from panic attacks.
You say panic attacks?
Panic attacks. His first one, the latest one happened in November the 5th of last year against the Atlanta Hawks. They lost that game, but he was taken to the hospital.
Yeah.
And supposedly the symptoms was, at the time, stomach pain and shortness of breath.
Okay.
And, he really didn't know what it was, but he acknowledged the symptoms were caused by his panic attack. And then he left the game early in January of this year when the Cleveland Cavaliers lost to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And he left the game early, and afterwards was a team meeting. The team was furious and wanted to know the legitimacy of his illness. They thought he was faking. So
is that what Isaiah Thomas was complaining about?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. So he admitted, he's under some family stress, and he hasn't been sleeping well. And we all know when you don't sleep well, the body will begin to shut down.
Yeah.
And you get tired, you get sick.
Yes.
And so, he came out and admitted it, that he's been having panic attacks. So he took a proactive stance on this, and he's seeing a therapist, he said, twice a month.
Okay.
LeBron James gave him a shout out on Twitter and said, "You're more powerful now than ever before. At Kevin Love, salute and respect my brother." So LeBron is proud of him for stepping up and admitting it, that, he has these panic attacks. So he's trying to deal with it. And also Toronto Raptors guard DeMar DeRozan, he acknowledged last month that he's suffering from depression.
Wait a minute. I don't know. Can you help me? I don't understand that. In fact, I didn't know that. But, with all that money, I mean, is it pressure? What is it, or what are the symptoms that calls for that? Or is there some medical expert on that, or what?
It's stress on the body. Look how many games these guys play.
Well, they usually play 82 plus preseason and then postseason. So maybe 120 games.
120 games. They're getting paid all this money, and they got to perform. And, we both know that the love of money is the root of all evil.
The love of it, yeah.
The love of money.
Man.
So these cats would do anything to make that paper, and I'm not knocking it.
But there's a cost involved in it.
There's a cost involved, and you got to weigh the odds. Are you willing to pay that cost?
Wow.
So I hope Kevin Love and DeMar DeRozan, get the help they need and get healthy and get back out on the court.
Okay. Remember, if you want to view the show, all you have to do is go to the YouTube channel. And then when you get there, just type in the word Talktainment, hit the space bar, type in the word radio, and then what will come up on the screen is Talktainment number 2. And while you're there, hit the like and share button. How about that? And to hear the replay of the show, you can go to facebook.com/Talktainment, and you get the replay. Speaking about replay, Trent, what about this right here? The FBI is investigating certain schools in the NCAA men's basketball. Sean Miller of Arizona took a one or two game leave because they said they had him on tape offering some guy $100,000. What's up with that, Trent?
Once again, Mr. Bobby, they've been doing this for years. The schools that get caught, that's when it comes to headlines. And it's all about, the players are bringing in hundreds of millions, if not billions, into this university.
And don't get nothing for it.
And in order to get the good players to go to the top programs, you got to do something.
You got to cheat.
That's right. I'll put it out there. If you don't ask me, ask the head coach that was the head coach of the Louisville Cardinals.
Yeah, Rick Pitino. Yeah, not only that, but I heard they brought women in there, man.
Exactly.
So they brought sex in it again.
Absolutely. Sex sells.
Well, what do you think should happen, Trent? I mean, should the players get paid, or what do you think is going to happen? A total overhaul, or what? Or are people going to get a slap on the wrist, or what?
It's going to be a slap on the wrist. There's going to be some that they make examples of to let them know, if you're going to do this, don't get caught.
Well,
because you're messing with our money.
Well, yeah, money. You think anybody get the death penalty like SMU did in that football scandal back in the 80s?
Well, I'm not sure.
And how that basically destroyed the Penn State almost got that too.
Yes,
with,
they did.
With Joe Paterno
and
that sex scandal.
They should have gotten a death penalty.
You don't like Penn State, do you?
I don't like people that molest boys, especially men.
All right. Man, that is wild.
Exactly.
That is wild. Okay, so what do you think should happen, Trent? Since you know, everybody knows you have to cheat to win.
Right.
What do you have to do?
At some time,
besides not get caught at it.
Right, exactly. That's the ultimate for now. But
how do you not get caught at it?
Well, you make it legal.
Oh,
just like now they're legalizing marijuana.
Yeah.
So you legalize paying the players, give them a stipend. You ain't got to give them $100,000 a year, but give them something. Because let's be honest. Most of these kids that are top players come from middle class, some on up, but the majority come from a lower single parent home that are barely making it.
Yeah.
So give them something.
Give them something, huh?
Right.
I don't know. We'll table that maybe for another program. Listen, TalkTameItRadio.com is a 24/7, no-charge worldwide broadcasting facility with hosts delivering on various topics such as news, lifestyle, sports, law, health, wellness, and religion. Now, here's one that I would like to bring forward to you, and that is the compensatory concept with Mr. Neely Fuller Jr. and yours truly as co-host. That show premieres every Wednesday from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. And Mr. Fuller talks about racism, which is white supremacy. And it is a fantastic show. We get cards or emails, phone calls for people that he can offer different types of suggestions as to how to deal with white supremacy. Now, tomorrow we're going to have the code show number 2. Every man has to have a code. But this show and all other shows are exclusive to TalkTameItRadio.com, and all you have to do is go to the TalkTameItRadio.com homepage, click on programs, and then there you are. You'll see it, everything for your needs. All this from TalkTameItRadio.com, radio the way it should be heard. All righty, here we go. This is the time that I've been waiting for. My friend from Tennessee via Columbus. Do we have a little intro for him? I think he's on the line now. Let me see. Chuck B, are you there?
I am. How you doing?
How you feeling, brother?
Hey, yeah, I got that little intro for you. We're gonna have a funky good time. Listen to everybody. Chuck B is the owner operator at Brand No Quotes. He's the owner operator of C.A. Brown and Associates, defense investigator at the Federal Defender Services of Eastern Tennessee Incorporated, former criminal defense investigator at Ohio Public Defenders, studied criminal law at Wilmington College. I could go on with all the accolades that this young man has done, and one of the things I'm very proud of Charles for is his mentorship program. And Charles, first of all, let me introduce you to everyone and present the others. Charles A. Brown. How you doing, Chuck B? Hello? Okay. Again, how you doing, Chuck B? Okay. Hey, listen, we'd like to see if we can, okay, I tell you what, Chuck, we're having a bad hookup. Call me back. Call me back. But Trent, this brother is a bad brother, man.
Right.
He's into a lot of things, but the things that I like about him is his mentorship, because he is giving back to the community, with the young men.
Right.
And that is a beautiful thing to do. Chuck, if you're listening, call 1-877-932-9766 so we can get you back on here. Yeah, I think we got him back on here. Let's see if we can get him on here. But that's what he does.
Right. That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
You got to give back.
Yeah, you have to get back. And that's the thing about that. Let's see if the red button to come on. Yeah. Yeah, these are some of the things that happen in radio. Evidently, somebody doesn't want this message to get out, but you know what?
Okay.
We are going to do that. While we're efforting to secure the line, do you know programs that are okay? Thank you. Programs that are around that mentor other people.
There are a few independents. You have, of course, the boys club and girls club. There's a lot of individuals out there. If you Google it, you'll find it.
Okay. All right, Chuck, do we have you back?
Yes, sir. How are you?
All righty, Chuck. Hey, speak to your mentorship program, and I know you've been on Fatal Attraction, but this is a chance for you to talk about. So go ahead, bro.
Okay, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry we got crossed over.
No problem, brother. Go ahead.
Okay. Brand No Coach is basically a mentorship situation where I'm trying to let kids know that the power is in your expression versus your words. Okay. Thank you for cutting that musical. I could barely hear myself.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at you guys live, and how you doing? I see East High School in the house. How you doing, young man in the orange? I don't know you, sir. But
that's my sidekick, Trent McMurray.
Hello, how you doing, Mr. Woods?
I'm fine.
Wonderful.
I'm fine. But as Bob tried to provide, and I was listening to you in between our man James Brown, but I've always been in criminal justice. I graduated from Wilmington College with a criminology degree. I worked for the state of Ohio Public Defenders Commission in the death penalty section for about 4.5 years. Then I came on to Tennessee to work with the Federal Defender's Office in 1992, and I'm still there. In 99, I developed C.A. Brown Associates, which is a private investigative company. And through all my travels and cases, I've been involved in some high sports cases. And the problem is, young men are always talking and they're not listening.
Okay.
Brothers don't understand the power of the right to remain silent.
Right.
So about 4 years ago, I came up with this understanding of no quotes. And basically, what it is I've done nothing but trademark and name the notion that you see at every sporting event when the player is asking folks to be quiet if they've hit a shot or if they made a great catch and everyone's going crazy, the index finger to your mouth. I just named that no quote and just put something with it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm along with doing those things. I'm also the vice president of the area, 100 Black Men. So I'm always trying to talk to kids about the ins and outs of the criminal justice system from the aspect of representing folks after they get in trouble. But my situation is, why not we get to these kids before that so they can make the appropriate decisions at that point in time?
Yeah. Trent, got a question? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Charles.
No, basically that's what it is. I want to make sure that you understand the notions of what no quotes means.
Okay. Go ahead, Trent.
Mr. Charles, you said a mouthful just in the fact you said you're trying to get to them and get them to understand before they get in trouble.
Yes, sir.
Like you said, they don't understand the ability to be silent.
Oh, yes, sir.
And I teach my son that. I said, God gave you one mouth and two ears. You talk long enough, you're going to talk yourself into some trouble.
That sounds like something C.L. Brown used to tell me back in the day.
Hey, just to let you know.
Listen.
Right. My father was a juvenile probation officer here in Columbus, Ohio, and had criminology degree from Ohio State. I get it. So we couldn't do anything because my dad used to tell us there's nowhere in the city of Columbus you can go that I don't know somebody that saw you.
Yeah. Charles, how did you get involved with TV One's Fatal Attraction?
It's funny. Based on what the brother just said, since I've been in Knoxville now 25 years.
It's been that long?
Wow.
It's been that long, brother. It's been August 31st, 1992, September 1st, 1992. I'm wonderful with dates. That's what I do. You know that.
Yes, sir.
Since I grabbed my private investigative company, I've probably worked with every top-end private criminal defense attorney in town. Just so happens one of the private attorneys I work with, her husband is the general manager of the Jupiter Entertainment portion, which records Fatal Attraction, all those other IDS shows.
Yes.
So basically, all that happens right here in Knoxville, Tennessee. So one day after work, having a drink, Charles, would you like to be on the show? We're looking for folks that can talk about cases. I'm like, sure. So one time turned into 2 times, and now turned into about 6 times.
Wow.
Okay.
That's great.
Yes. So I mean, I try to add a little bit of credence to the things that I talk about. Mm-hmm. If I can talk about it in a court of law to everybody else that doesn't look like us, I should be able to get across to kids that look like us who have our like experience. Mm-hmm. Don't you think?
Now, this 100, is this 100 black men or 100 youth that you have, this organization in Tennessee that you mentor with, or what is that?
No. The 100 Black Men of America is a national mentoring organization that's all over the country. We just have a chapter here in Knoxville. I've been a member of that for about 5 years. And again, what we do is the 100 Black Men. We got a charter in 1989 or 90. But I've just been a member the last 5 years. So what we do is the children that come into our program, and it's from 10 until high school. If they graduate from high school and they go to college, we give them a stipend per year they're in college.
Okay.
Amen.
Hey, Chuck, we got a call here. Go ahead, caller. You're on with Chuck B. of Brand No Quotes. Go ahead with your question.
Has a chapter here in Knoxville. I've been a member of that for about 5 years. Who is it?
Hey, bro. Hey, brother, can you turn down your radio so we can hear it?
Charter in 19, I believe.
Go ahead, bro. Brother, go ahead. Oh, Charles, go ahead. We couldn't get that phone call through there.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay,
go ahead. Yeah. I'm listening for him too, but go ahead.
Yeah, well, okay, you got him now? Okay. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, I was calling. Is someone else talking?
Yeah, no, you're talking. Go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was calling in because one of the statements that he made is that he's trying to get to these young men before they get into the system. And I wondered, was his program targeted at all for elementary schools, or at what level is he starting to get involved with them?
Good question.
It would all depend on the subject matter and what you would want me to provide to them. Now, I think my life experience can assist elementary school kids too, but because I deal with a lot of criminal justice, because I'm an ex-collegiate football player, because I've had experience working with cases that involve college students and cases that involve professional athletes, it's really geared towards the high school, collegiate, and pro type of folks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, I wouldn't. Of course, I would definitely talk to some adolescents as well. If I could, Bob, you can please visit my website, ma'am, and you can find out all the information.
Yeah, go ahead and give your website. Thank you, caller. Go ahead and give your website.
Okay, www.noquotesmovement.com.
One more time.
www.noquotesmovement.com.
Okay. Now, on a personal side, now you know I got to ask you this because we can't talk unless you do this. All that aside, I got to ask you about this. Now, and I know that if you didn't do this, you would be a great entertainer, because when you laid Richard Pryor's Mudbone on me, Trent, he sounded just like it. Hey, before we let you go in the last 2 minutes, can you give a brother a little bit of that in the world?
Man, I can't believe you're going to have me go there.
Oh, yeah, man, yeah.
See what happens, Mr. Charles, when you call in?
Okay, go ahead.
You remember this? I first met God in 1922. Back then, Man, we ain't done this in years.
I know.
And it still hurts. I can't even get it out now.
Yeah. I like the one about the spider. You know, you will see him again.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, Miss Rudolph.
Yeah, Miss Rudolph. Yeah.
I know you're talking about.
I couldn't help it, man. To put you all over the world so everybody can hear that little bit of that. We had a time with that, boy. But Charles, I really appreciate you, coming on with us, and I'm gonna get back with you because I need to ask you a couple of questions, off air, but it won't be tonight. It'll be at some other time. But Charles, thank you for offering the things that you do and making brothers and sisters aware. Trent, you have a final word for Chuck B?
Bless you. And keep doing what you're doing because ain't nobody gonna help our own people except us.
Oh. Well, exactly.
All right.
I appreciate that.
All right.
Bob, you always know I say.
Hey.
As the master leads.
You will follow. And we had a funky good time. Thank you, Chuck B.
All right, man.
Okay. All righty. That was my boy, Chuck B. Man, we had a time together. Listen to this as we go to break. TalkTainmentRadio.com. We go where you go, and check us out on 94.1 WGRN. Podcasts are available. All you have to do is download the TalkTainmentRadio.com app to your cell or to your tablet. That's radio the way it should be heard. Coming up next, maybe some emails or some Gmails, and then some more subjects. And you know what's coming at the 45-minute mark? That's Trent's Rant. All that and more coming up next. Oh, 2 minutes? Oh, okay. Well, 2 minutes. Okay, I'll tell you what. While we do that, let's do this here, Chuck. Chuck. It got me thinking about Chuck. I'll tell you. What about, and we probably would have to continue this, what about the workplace environment in the Dallas Mavericks situation?
What they do now?
Well, here we go again. It's been a culture of sexual harassment.
Like I said, it's the moral decay of the society. It's going to happen. If they think they can get away with doing anything they want to anybody, anytime, they've been doing it for hundreds of years, and people are getting tired of it. Yes.
Okay. Let me make a correction on that article of ESPN. That was not Sports Illustrated. That was according to the Connecticut Law Tribune. But this right here, Trent, is according to Sports Illustrated.
Okay.
A couple of guys got fired.
They should.
From that. Snead and Ursery, I believe it were. They got fired, and they were in the front office, Trent. This was front office action.
Wow.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That's sad that they can't control their urges and just think they can do whatever they want. You can't.
Yeah, and Cuban mentioned that he didn't know about that. What do you think?
Okay, whatever.
Wait a minute now. He said he didn't know.
Okay, so he said he didn't know.
And so what does that mean?
That means he probably knew. He owns the team. You think with that kind of money involved on the table that he don't know something that's going on?
So you're basically saying, how could he not know?
Right.
Wow. Well, I don't know, but this was all according to Sports Illustrated. They had the article in there, and those two gentlemen were fired. So that's that. Anyway, how about this? TalkTainmentRadio.com. We go where you go. Check us out on 94.1 WGRN. Podcasts are available. All you have to do is download the TalkTainmentRadio.com app to your cell or to your tablet. That's radio the way it should be heard. Stay right there. Trent's Rant's coming up and more subjects. All this on TalkTainmentRadio.com.
For the best home fragrance and beauty products, shop Ash Kickin online.
That's ASHKICKIN.
Made with 100% natural quality ingredients and handcrafted with your family in mind, Ash Kickin products are better than those other guys. Ash Kickin candles, incense, body butter, face moisturizer, and hair moisturizer are priced just right, and you can get yours at 10% off with coupon code TALK17. Support this 100% black-owned business and get your home and body smelling and feeling all right.
That's ASHKICKIN.
Shop Ash Kickin online at www.ashkickin.com.
Are you ready for a high school that allows you to work at a place that is right for you? Are you ready to earn a certification in healthcare, business, or manufacturing while achieving your high school diploma? Then you are ready for Life Skills High School, a free public school option for high school students 16 to 21 years old. Learn more about your free high school educational options at lifeskillshs.org or call them at 1-800-888-7992. Life Skills High School, education that fits your life.
Girlfriend, why are you in such a good mood on a Monday morning?
We just bought a foreclosed home and saved a ton of money.
A ton of money? What a blessing. Tell me how.
Well, Linco Realty specializes in selling foreclosed homes.
Linco Realty? I've heard about them on the radio. Yeah, that smart people buy foreclosed homes ad. Don't they have that website with all those vacant government and bank-owned foreclosed homes?
Yes, that's repohomelist.com. And they have lenders with purchase and repair money, even down payment assistance and credit repair.
No money down, plus purchase and repair money? What's the number?
614-375-2289. Record low interest rates make some homes cheaper than rent.
Well, Bill wants a new home. Can Linco Realty help us?
Yes, Linco Realty can sell you a new home in over 50 communities around Central Ohio. They've been in business for over 35 years.
Wow, you've really been blessed.
Yes, we have, and you can too. Call Lincoln Realty today at 614-375-2289.
I've got the water, energy bars, and camera. I think we're set for the hike.
Almost. We need to protect our skin. Don't forget your wide-brimmed hat and sunscreen.
All right. I've got the hat. I've got SPF 30. Will that work?
Yeah, anything 15 or higher is good. Just make sure it says broad spectrum.
Great. Got it. I am not getting burned again. Let's go.
Learn more at cdc.gov/cancer.
This is Al Edmondson, owner of a Cutter Brother Rest Barbershop. I'm calling on all barbers and beauticians. It's time for us to unite as one. We can serve our communities better together. Join the Ohio Black Barber Beauty Network. For more information, visit www.obbn.org or call 614-427-3226 to get more information. Be the change that you want to see in your community. Join our network.
If you or someone you know is abusing drugs and or alcohol and want to stop the abuse, contact APDS at 1409 East Livingston Avenue. Office hours are 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily and 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. APDS is certified by the Ohio Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services and primarily funded through the Adam H. Board. Fees are based on your income and Medicaid is always accepted. For more information, call 614-253-4448.
Every year, June marks the beginning of two busy seasons, summer and wedding season. If you are legally changing your name, you need to apply for a replacement Social Security card reflecting your new name. This is easier to fix now when you first change your name than years from now when you retire. So go to our website at www.socialsecurity.gov/SS number or call us at 1-800-772-1213, TTY 1-800-325-0778 to find out what specific documents you need to change your name and apply for a replacement card.
Live call-in talk show. Dial 1-877-932-9766 and join the conversation here on TalkTimidRadio.com.
Oh, here we go, baby.
All righty, TalkTimidRadio.com. We go where you go. Download the TalkTimidRadio.com app to your cell or to your tablet. That's radio the way it should be heard. My name is Mr. Bobby, and this is Talking Sports with Mr. Bobby, along with my co-host, Trent McMurray, and we are bringing the some of the latest sports stories to you. And Trent, let's get into Jonathan Wells, the ex-Ohio State football player. Had some head trauma, brain issues, brain injuries, and he's on a local station here, 97.1, The Fan, and he actually discussed the situation. I think he mentioned that he has plaque on the brain, which is a terrible situation here. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Well, of course, we all know what that comes from, because Jonathan Wells was an amazing running back that played at The Ohio State University. And then he retired from the Colts and played with another team before the Colts. But concussions, getting hit. The running back is probably the most contact position in the NFL. That's why most running backs, their careers are short. And it's been exposed that multiple blows to the head not only causes concussions, but it causes plaque on the brain, it causes brain tumor, it causes Alzheimer, it causes dementia, it causes tons of stuff after years and years of blunt force trauma to the head.
Wow. I hated to see that, that article about him because I liked Wells, but I thought it was really brave of him to come on the radio and actually discuss the problem that he was having. He mentioned something about he has problems remembering words or maybe sentences,
right?
Things like that. And this is a serious situation. I do believe he mentioned that he is getting better, and I don't know what kind of treatment that he's going under. Do they have? Do you know if they have any treatments, for that, or what is being done?
They do have treatments, but technically there is no cure. All they're doing is slowing the progress of
the progression
of dementia, Alzheimer's. One of the true side effects, like you just mentioned about him, is short-term memory loss.
Yes.
That's the first thing to go.
Wow. With that being said, Trent, and I know you have a son that plays football.
Yes.
What do you think the impact of something like this? Does it affect your decision on if your son will play or not?
We talked about that, and because it is his passion, we decided to let him play.
Okay.
And you know me, my thing is, there is a God, and he will protect him. And I pray for him. And actually, we pray together on the field before each game.
Oh, that's good.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, before we get off this subject now, and I know you do that, Ryan Shazier, I believe, of the Pittsburgh Steelers was injured. Now, his was I believe, a lower back injury or spine, where I don't think that he's making progress toward walking. What do you think about that?
I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think he's going to play anymore.
Yeah.
I just don't. Mm-hmm. And if he does, he will never be the beast that Shazier was when he came out of Ohio State, at Ohio State, and at Pittsburgh. He just will never play to that level again. And it's sad.
Football is a dangerous
it is.
Can be a dangerous thing. Now, another story you had for us?
Now, I want to talk about some of the franchise tagged players in the NFL. And I was looking at a few. Mr. DeMarcus Lawrence, the defensive end of the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
He got the franchise tag, Mr. Bobby. He's been in trouble, but Dallas was very quick to sign this man. He will be getting paid $17.143 million a year.
Trent, help me out, and maybe for some people that don't understand, what does it mean to have the franchise tag on somebody?
The franchise tag means this is our guy. We have deemed him the most valuable player on our team, and we will pay him to play.
Yeah, there you see it on the monitors if people are looking via YouTube.
Right.
Yeah.
And he is the signature player. Nobody else on the team is probably going to make more money than him. And that locks up him for however many years it is that his contract is.
Well, what if another team wants him?
They're going to have to at least meet or beat the price that Dallas is offering him because he is a free agent.
Well, Le'Veon Bell, I understand today, the Steelers are putting a 1-year franchise tag on him. So what does that mean for him?
He's there 1 year.
But he said he wants more money than they're offering.
Exactly. He doesn't have to sign because he's a free agent. Right.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's talk about, now you had one story talking about Kevin Love and the NBA. We're going to spend some time on this one.
Okay.
How about the hot teams in the association, in the NBA? The Toronto Raptors lead the Boston Celtics 45-17 is the record. Boston is 20. Was that a good trade with Kyrie going to Boston?
Evidently it was. I still say that was a good deal for him. I hated to see him leave Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
But, he's got to look out for him and his family. I don't know what him and the owner had going on, the Cavaliers. So I think in the long run, that's a good move for him to go to Boston.
Okay, well, how about this? What about Houston, which has a 46-13 record? Check this out, Trent. The New Orleans Pelicans are 36-26 without Boogie Cousins. And then the Spurs are 37-27. Will the unibrow, the big man in New Orleans, will they make it?
I don't know.
Are they a good team? I mean, they seem to be young.
They're young. They need some leadership on that team. Some seasoned leadership.
So you mean some veterans on that team?
Some veterans that have won some rings and can say, this is how we play.
Okay. Then let's move over to the Western Conference where you have Golden State 49-14. You have, let me see here, can't read, the Clippers still in there at 34-28. And surprisingly, and I bring this up, the Lakers. I know our buddy Bruce Coleman is a Laker fan, but the Lakers are 28-37. But the significance is Lonzo Ball has been balling. Talk to me.
Okay.
No,
okay. I still say he's a flash in the pan. I do. And whether you like him or not, right now he's doing great. And we'll see as his career goes on if he can be consistent and sustain and stay healthy.
Does Golden State, Trent, have enough to win it all?
I say no.
Why?
You got CP3. And Clutch.
Okay.
I think somebody's going to get the Warriors. And be careful, because I've said this since.
Please don't say what I think you get ready to say.
Since it was the dumbest trade in the NBA.
Go ahead.
OKC can still get them.
I knew you were going
there. They got their number. They've had their number before Durant left and after Durant left. They got their number. If they need to execute and put them away.
So you really think that OKC can take them out?
I think they can.
Well, I know the record this year, they have beaten them. I think they played 3 times, and they've won 2 of the games.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And they look good doing it, too.
Exactly.
So, but do you think it'll be between Golden State and Houston, or they'll wipe each other out for the Western?
I would love to see Houston beat the Warriors.
Okay. Okay, what about this? Since we're out there, what about Portland, who has a record of 38-26? Minnesota, Trent.
The
Timberwolves, 38-28. OKC, 37-28. You got Denver, 35-28. And I'll call them the New Orleans Jazz, but the Utah Jazz, 34-30. And all those teams are over 500.
Right. And it seems that they're all peaking at the same time, so that's going to make some exciting playoff games.
I was going to say,
does
that really make the NBA very watchable?
Yes.
Especially with that young fella at I can't pronounce his name, but the Milwaukee Bucks guy, Atumbe or whatever his name is.
Antetokounmpo.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Antetokounmpo.
I had to study it because my son had to pronounce his name to me about 10 times because I couldn't say it.
Antetokounmpo, okay. Right. And then in the Central, you got the Cavs, which are, a half a game ahead of the Pacers. The Cavs are 37-26. Now, they did look good last night.
Right, they did.
Now, is Love back on that now? Is he back from his well, I know he was rehabbing because he hurt his hand, but
he was rehabbing. I don't know if he played last night or not.
And then you laid that information about he's dealing. I find that hard that he had some issues like that.
Right.
What was that again?
He's panic attacks.
I don't understand that, but okay. Right. And then of course the Bucks, and then of course Southeast you have Washington and Miami.
Right.
John Wall is out for Washington. Well, what? And okay, how could we forget about Philadelphia? Philadelphia has saved their picks, and they have I think they have a good team. Simmons, Oh, have you seen them play this year?
I have not seen them play.
Oh, man, Trent.
But they got a young team, and them boys can do some magic.
They have they're nasty.
Right.
All right, I got to get it because they got on me about that. This is the time that we have for Trent's Rent. But before we do that, let me do this. TalkTainmentradio.com. We go where you go, and all you have to do is download the TalkTainmentradio.com to your app or to your cell or to your tablet. That's radio the way it be heard. I am Mr. Bobby. I am the host on the program Talking Sports with Mr. Bobby, if I can get it out. My co-host is Trent McMurray, and you can call in by calling 1-877-932-9766. Thanks to those that have already tried to call in. You can also view us if you go to the YouTube channel. Just type in the word Talktainment, hit the space bar and type in the word radio, then hit Talktainment 2, and you are right there. You can hit the like and the share button. We would appreciate that. And you can hear and see the whole program by going to facebook.com/Talktainment. And there it goes. All right, Trent. Don't have no music for you yet.
That's all right.
All right.
Now.
I
need to say this because I haven't said a lot. But I've been watching, and I'm still doing some research. Our president, and I'm talking about the school shooting in Florida.
Okay.
Tragedy, absolutely. Our president said a statement to the fact that they need to arm teachers in the classroom. Now, I'd like to know, first of all, what the hell is going on? Because teachers are the lowest paid professionals. They educate our children. They spend more time with our children than their children are with the families. Now he wants to arm the teachers. Do you understand, Mr. Bobby, that the training that has to go into that and the money spent?
No.
I don't think they're going to spend the money to arm the teachers, and I don't think the teachers should be armed. That's not their job. So, and I'm all for the Second Amendment because I carry mine.
Do you think if the teachers are armed, Trent, that black boys will be hit first?
It doesn't matter. I think so. But arming teachers is ridiculous.
Why?
Because now you got a teacher with a weapon that has had minimal training, and hopefully they got their conceal and carry license because they're going to have to get that in whatever state they live in. And now, if they have a bad day or an issue with a student or a principal or another teacher, they're walking in mad with a weapon, and you're going to trust them with the little training they have to walk into a school with a weapon.
Okay, well, what do you do when you have people who are going into schools right now as we speak, shooting kids and shooting teachers and shooting the administrative staff? What about that? Nothing to combat that.
There is.
What is?
First of all, and this is the beginning.
All right.
The NRA raised the age to buy a weapon to 21 now instead of 18.
Okay.
You have to be 21. They're putting metal detectors in schools. I don't even know if the school districts can afford metal detectors. Some have armed security guards. We saw in Florida that didn't work with a police officer. He was outside ducking behind a wall. He put on a badge and put a gun and had handcuffs, mace, and a nightstick because at that moment in time, he was the defender of our Constitution, and he ran scared. He needs to be fired.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Well, there you heard it. Trent's Rant. I'm just saying. He's back. We got it in there. All right. This is Talking Sports with Mr. Bobby along with my co-host Trent McMurray. And we are talking about various sports topics. Let's talk about this one, Trent. And hopefully we'll have some graphics up.
Okay.
The Eagles won the Super Bowl over the New England Patriots. I know you're glad. Do you think that most of the country is glad about that?
Yes.
Why?
I think Belichick is the most hated coach in the NFL, and I think Tom Brady is the most hated quarterback in the NFL.
Why do you think that, Trent?
Just because Belichick cheats, and Roger Goodell covers up for him. I think Belichick is Roger Goodell's golden boy. Tom Brady, of course, is Mr. Kraft's golden boy. And don't get me talking about the Kraft family, because that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
But, you know, I was elated to see the Eagles beat the Patriots.
Wow. Well, as tradition holds, when you win a major event like that, you go to the White House.
Correct.
But my understanding is the Eagle players have decided not to go to the White House.
You are correct.
What do you think about that?
And I don't blame him, especially my man from The Ohio State University, Mr. Malcolm Jenkins.
Yes.
He was the first one to speak up to say, I'm not going to the White House.
And why is he not going, or why did they decide that they weren't going to go to the White House?
Black lives matter. All lives matter.
All lives matter.
All lives matter. And if you look at it, when the Patriots won the last Super Bowl, there were several players from the Patriots that didn't go to the White House.
That is true.
So get over it.
That is true. Speaking, about that, and that's the tradition of it, the Golden State Warriors won the NBA championship. Now, they went to Washington, Trent.
Right.
But they didn't go to the White House.
Correct.
Where did they go?
I have no clue, but they didn't
They
go to
went
see your
to
president.
the African American Museum.
Amen. Good for them.
That's what they did. I wonder
Kudos.
if we can get a graphic of that up here, the African American Museum.
Kudos.
In lieu of going to the White House. Do you think that was disrespectful
Absolutely
to the president?
not.
Why?
I think that was very tasteful for a couple of reasons.
Okay, number one.
Number one, that the owner of the Warriors was brave enough to say, we kindly decline coming to the White House. We're going to do something that matters to us as a team. And we're going to the African American Museum. Because, as everybody knows, the NBA is dominated by, as I'm going to say, and will always refer to us as a people as American Negroes.
Okay, and what would be your second thought as to?
I think that took away all of the political ability for them to say, well, they like Trump or they're siding with the president. It was neutral, and that's great. That was, whoever came up with that idea, that was a great marketing decision on the Golden State Warriors side.
Now, do you feel that this was backlash because a lot of the players, some of the players took a knee during the national anthem?
Absolutely, and I don't blame them. And everybody's getting twisted and bent out of shape. You got to understand why that all started in the beginning.
Go ahead.
With Colin Kaepernick. He did it in protest to the innocent murder of American Negroes in this country, and nobody cares. It was no disrespect to the president or to the flag. It was a personal protest against innocent black American Negroes being slaughtered and shot.
Now, have you read, or could you pull up the third verse of the national anthem, which seemed to be the crux of everything, as to why? Because they still play the national anthem, Trent, before sporting events. I don't know, but I heard. And then I read the third verse of the national anthem, which nobody sings. They sing the first verse of the national anthem, and the words on there seem to be controversial, which is what I think Kaepernick made a motion toward, or alluded to that fact that this is what he was talking about. Do you have it up there, or what is it?
I'm getting it.
Okay, you're efforting. Yeah. Something about it. It talked about the slaves and so forth.
Yes.
With Francis Scott Key supposedly writing that, and I understand the British bought or hired a lot of the slaves, to do that.
Right.
Do you have it up there yet?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead. What does it say?
The third verse.
Yes.
The third verse.
It doesn't have to rhyme, but what does
the national anthem basically talks about that they're talking about the Francis Scott Key. Basically, what's the third verse talking about is the Negroes and the slaves, in that this country was built on their back and they don't mean anything and they're going to die.
And so Kaepernick said there's no way that he could stand and support or salute that. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct.
Mm.
And I'm going to pull it up, and you keep on going.
Okay. Okay. While we are there with that, how about this right here? Now, you've heard this saying, Trent, if a team has two quarterbacks, they don't have what? None? Or they don't have any?
Right.
Okay. Alabama has two quarterbacks. The second quarterback was the one that got them over to cause them to win. And I'm going to try to pronounce his name. Tua Tagovailoa is his name. But they also had Jalen Hurts, who was the starter most of the season. What does that mean, Trent?
Well, that means a lot. So you have, what was his name? I'm sorry.
I can't pronounce it. It's a long name. Let me see here.
Tagovailoa.
Yeah.
He plays for who?
He plays for Alabama.
Alabama.
Yeah, and so does Jalen Hurts.
And both of them play for Jalen Hurts.
Both guys play for Alabama.
Both of them play for Alabama.
Yes.
These guys are beasts.
Yes.
On the field.
Yes.
I guarantee you, somehow, some way, they're getting paid.
What?
I'm telling you, Mr. Bobby.
They're getting paid?
They're getting paid.
Okay, well, so what do you think? I mean, who's going to start that? Or do you think that's fair?
For what? To pay
for
to
Alabama?
Play?
No, for Alabama. No, I'm speaking about starting.
Oh, it's going to be a coin toss. If they were smart, they would use both of them.
Yeah, but if you have two quarterbacks, you don't have none.
I understand that. So you make one the primary, the second secondary, and then you switch them out based on your yardage, where you're at on the field, and throw a different flavor at your defense.
Okay. I heard today before we came in that Ohio State has three quarterbacks. Now, you know people up there.
Yes.
You know something that's going on.
Yes.
What's going on?
You're getting ready to see a young man that will be in his sophomore season that I have a feeling, just from what I've personally seen, that he is going to light up the NCAA college football season.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because the Big Ten and the SEC, I understand, by the early prognosticators, said that they will put, the Big Ten and the SEC will put two teams in the college football playoffs.
Of course they will.
Two teams from the Big Ten.
Right.
I understand it is supposed to be Ohio State and Michigan.
Right.
And that I don't know what the two teams in the SEC is going to do.
It's our turn.
What do you mean it's our turn?
It's our turn. We were told to take a back seat last year, and this coming season it's our turn. That's all I can say.
That's all you can say.
It's our turn.
So you think Ohio State will be the national championship in 2018? Be the national champion in 2018?
Yes.
Oh boy! You know the reason why I'm not going to doubt you too much, because I know you know people. I know you know people. Yeah. Well, guess what, Trent? When you hear that smooth music, you know what that means.
Unfortunate.
Funny how time just gets away.
Yes, indeed.
That's I believe it's Stanley Clark, man.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I think the next co-host will probably be like that. Yeah. Little smooth melodic sounds.
There we go.
Listen, thank you for listening to the show. Remember, we're on every other week. I'm getting a hand. We got to go. But thank you for listening. Thank you for all the calls, and we'll see you on March the 20th with Brother Muko.